Okay, Be'ezrat Hashem. B'sha'ah tova mutzlachat. Tonight is the night of the Ushpiz of Yosef HaTzadik, which represents the Midat HaYesod. Yesod, by default, is on one hand the Koach HaLeda, the Koach HaBrit. On the other also is the foundation. It's what everything leans on, and it's the last Sephirah before the Malchut, which we addressed in the last Shiurim, is that we have what is called the Mohin, like the brain, which is the Keter, Chochmah and Bina, right? Keter representing the Gulgolet, if you want, the crown, which is the skull. And inside you have the Chochmah and the Bina. Chochmah is the source of wisdom. Bina is discernment, analytics, which is called the Mohin, which is like the head. And then you have the body, that's spiritually. You have the Chesed, which represents the right arm, the Gevurah, judgment, justice, the left arm, Tiferet, the body, right? And Tiferet is Midat HaEmet. It's the Rachamim, it's the Kav HaRachamim. Then you have Netzach and Hod, which are the two Shukayim, the right and the left. Okay, right also always representing Chesed, the line of kindness and abundance, versus the left, which represents judgment and restriction. And like we said, the center alignment, which is the Rachamim. And then they all converge to Midat HaYesod, to the Brit Milah Maasei, which is the foundation. And the Yesod is what delivers the light of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the abundance, the Shefa of Hashem, to the Malchut. And Malchut is the vessel, okay, of the Shekhinah that is basically Hashem's authority in your essence, in your neshama. Right? So your neshama is, if you will, your identity. But as a part to the neshama, as a connection to your neshama, there is what is called the Shekhinah, the Malchut, and the Malchut is Hashem's authority over your neshama. It's like the seal; it's Hashem's signature over your neshama. Man de nafach midele nafach, the one that blew into Adam HaRishon to bring him to life. Midile nafach, he blew out of himself. Right? Hashem blew in Adam and brought and gave Adam the influx or the spirit of life. He gave of himself. Right? So what did he give? He gave on one end the neshama, but also in the neshama there's a seal of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay, that seal of the seal of the king is called the Malchut, and essentially it is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu tovea bedin every Rosh Hashanah, right? Because you go around with the seal of the king, you have the ring of the Melech, and with the seal of the king, you cannot just do anything, right? So at the end of at the beginning of every year, HaKadosh Baruch Hu calls everyone and says, okay, let's see what you've done and how have you used my seal of royalty. And on that day, on Rosh Hashanah, he's the judge. Okay, as a father also, he's also the judge. So as a judge and as a king, we have to, he wants to see that you didn't use it inappropriately. And if Khalila, it wasn't done properly, there's judgment. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as a father, gives us Yom HaKippurim to atone for our sins and to do teshuvah. And we do our teshuvah on Yom HaKippurim, also with the Itzum Shel Yom. The day itself is a source of kapara. And then we enter the Chasadim, which is 7 days of Sukkot, where the Malchut, essentially, that was judged on Rosh Hashanah and was elevated all the way on Yom Kippur to the Midat HaKeter, which is at Chadrei Chadaim of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You're in his corridor where nobody can come in, no malachim and nobody else, and that's when we do teshuvah. That's when we don't eat. That's when we don't drink. We don't want any interference during that moment. We want to be fully focused on HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's Yom Kippur, and then after that, the Malchut which is what we were talking about, is starting to come down, and every day of the Chag comes down and is filled with the beracha of each day. So on Chesed, it is filled with the chasadim of Chesed. On the second day, it's filled with the chasadim of Gevurah, etc., etc. Tonight, it is filled with the chasadim of Yesod. It's really the Even Pila, it's the foundation before, okay, it goes down to the Malchut, back to itself, and Be'ezrat Hashem, which is Hoshana Rabbah, right? So the Malchut, our Malchut goes back to its full power, and now is becoming once again independent and ready to operate. So it's like we're giving back the ring, but the same way, you know, when you were giving back the ring the first day, the ring that's giving back to you, it's giving back to you with conditions, right? So it's considered also Yom Adin. Hoshana Rabbah is Chotam HaChitzon. HaKadosh Baruch Hu seals twice. The Chotam HaPnimi, which is Yom Kippur, and the Chotam HaChitzon, which is the outer seal, and then the Pitkaot, and then the Beracha, and the way the year will look like to every one of them is sent on Hoshana Rabbah. This is why Hoshana Rabbah is such a very important day. It's also called Yom Adin. We don't do this vidui because it's Chol Shel Moed. It's a Yom Shel Simcha. However, we say the Hoshanot, etc., etc.
Can you explain the difference between the Chatimah of the Yom Kippur and the Chatimah of Hoshana Rabbah?
The Chatimah of Hoshana Rabbah, except for the Baal Shem Tov, cannot be changed.
What is next to Baal Shem Tov?
The Baal Shem Tov says that the Chotam of Hoshana Rabbah, you can change it until Chanukah. It's a Hidush of the Baal Shem Tov.
Okay, but put that aside. But
there is.
So why is there another Chotam if after Yom Kippur we finish?
You didn't. That's the thing. You still didn't finish. You can still do Teshuvah all the way to Hoshana Rabbah, as long as the letters with the Psak Din is not sent. Right? It can be sent to the world, like sent to the person. Yeah. Until the guy didn't knock on the door and the person actually opened the door and delivered and received. Right? How do you call that? You know, when they send somebody with a letter, it has
the service.
No.
So the messenger?
No, it's not
server.
Serving, when you serving papers, right? The person, the moment the person gets this paper in his hands, it's finished. It becomes official, right? So on Hoshana Rabbah, at Chatzot Laila, at midnight, in the middle of the night, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is serving every one of us. Okay, so it is the Psak Din is signed on Yom Kippur, but it's still not served. There's still room to change. Chatzot Laila, Hoshana Rabbah, everybody is served with the beracha that they will have Be'ezrat Hashem this year. So
Laila, Hoshana Rabbah.
Yes, this
Wednesday
is
night.
Tuesday night. Wednesday night is Chag already.
Morning. No.
Yes, Wednesday night is
So
Chag.
why do we learn all night?
That's exactly what we do. So I tell you what, the first
when
portion.
do we learn all night? Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. That's Hoshana Rabbah. So the first half of the night, all the way until Chatzot, we want to finish Sefer Devarim. For many reasons, because it's Mishnah, it's called Mishneh Torah, Mishneh is the Neshama. That's one ta'am. Another ta'am is because it has 3 Havayot, 3 Ekyeh in the Devarim.
What does that mean? Explain. You say these things like
no,
everybody
the
understands.
Gematriot. There's the three. If you do the Gematria of Ekyeh in Milui in open letters with Yud, He, and Aleph, that's what I'm saying. Okay, you get to Devarim.
Just like 20 things that just.
You get to Devarim. We'll get into it if you want. That's another ta'am. That's another ta'am.
Yeah.
And the third time is because the Mishneh Torah is the 5th book of the Torah, and by reading it basically it's as if you read the entire Chamisha Chumshei Torah. So we want to finish it by Chatzot, so that we have the zechut of the Torah, okay, the zechut of Moshe Rabbeinu with us at Chatzot Laila when we're being served. The second half of the night we read Tehillim. We try to finish all Tehillim, and then we have the Tefillah, which and it's a Yom Kulo Kadosh. Yes, it's a Yom Tefillot, Betachanunim, וכולי.
We'll say Yom Kadosh is from when? From sundown tomorrow night until
Until Chag. Until Chag. Then we enter
So how
Shemini
come
Atzeret.
you can work and do all these things during
Chol HaMoed.
Wednesday?
First of all, who said you're allowed to work on Chol HaMoed? Let's start with that. Okay, you're allowed to do Cholot Shel Moed. You're allowed to do things that are related for the Moed, for the Chag, and for the benefit of the Chag. But not for the stam work, unless is it davar aved, unless you're about to lose an opportunity and you have no choice, or if you're a doctor and you have to work. But if not, who says that you're allowed to work on Chol HaMoed? It's not. You're not allowed to. That's regarding.
Are you not allowed to work on
No.
Chol HaMoed?
No, you're not allowed to work.
You don't?
More than that. More than that. Not only you're not allowed to work. There's no beracha in the work that you do on Chol HaMoed. There's no. You might progress in your effort, but you don't see beracha coming out of it. Again, unless you're an employee and you have no choice, unless you have an opportunity that's not coming back and it's time sensitive. Davar aved is not. That's Cholosh HaMoed. And then we enter Shemini Atzeret. Shemini Atzeret that we enter is Kasher Alai Peridatchem. You've been with us. By the way, it's called Hosha'ana Rabbah. Hosha'ana, right? It's the 51st day, 51 day. If you come from Rosh Chodesh Elul, right? It's the 51 day. Hosha'ana Rabbah is Hosha'ana. The Shia bring salvation of Na on the 51st.
Na is 51, yeah.
51. Hosha'ana. That's called Hosha'ana Rabbah. Okay? And it's the 26th day of Elul, which is the Gilui of the Havaya.
I have no.
Yud Kevav K is 26.
Yeah.
Okay, and Kavav Tishrei, the 26th of Tishrei is Hosha'ana Rabbah. That's regarding.
How's the 51 come in?
From Rosh Chodesh Elul, where we start doing Teshuvah, right? We start preparing ourselves.
It's 51 days?
From the Rosh Chodesh Elul all the way to Hosha'ana Rabbah is 51 days.
Always, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Obviously, yeah. Okay. That is Hosha'ana. Hosha'ana Rabbah, Hosha'ana. Save Na. Okay. Anivahu Hosha'ana. It's all about the Na. The Na is also considered the Shekhinah. Okay. It's also the Shekhinah. That's the Shekhinah is called this is why also it's the Malchut, right? Because Malchut is Shekhinah and it's 51. Okay. Anivahu.
It's also beyond the 50th gate, right? Is that
we're gonna I don't even know if we will get there in the Ramban. But yes, it does. In terms of 50th gate, but the 50th gate it was never really revealed,
right,
or created, according to Ramban. Right. Beyond that, it's already Malchuto Yitbarach. So, as we start, back to the Ramban. Okay, that was just an introduction to warm up the brain. Okay. No, so that we understand the context of where we are. Tonight, it's the Midat HaYesod, Yosef HaTzadik. It's a tikkun of Mitzad Echad, tikkun HaBrit, tikkun HaYesod, Mitzad Sheni, all right? It's also, we infuse ourselves with the power of Leida, with the power to give birth. Give birth to what? Not only to offsprings and kids, but give birth to Chokhmah, give birth to mitzvot, give birth to a new opportunity of ourselves. Right? It's the potential, the revelation of a potential. That's what the Yesod is about. So as we start, Be'ezrat Hashem, I think that and it's very apropos because we're going to be starting Sefer Bereshit, Parashat Bereshit. To start, we're going to learn Be'ezrat Hashem B'siyata Dishmaya ala Seder, the Ramban on Maasei Bereshit, which is phenomenal, very complicated, less complicated than what we've learned a little bit, but very complicated also. Aval is definitely worth it. So, as in an introduction to the introduction of the Ramban, he writes a phenomenal praise and song to HaKadosh Baruch Hu as he starts his Pirush ala Torah, and it's really worth. We'll read it fairly quickly, but there's a lot of sodot in it anyways. So it starts like this. Beshem ha'el ha'gadol ha'gibor ve'hanora, in the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Gadol, which is Chesed, גיבור, גבורה, נורא, תפארת. I start לכתוב חידושים בפירוש התורה. I start reading חידושים on the explanation, interpretation of the Torah. באימה, with fear, ביראה, in awe, ברטט, trembling, בזיעה, sweating, במורא, with reverence. This is the approach of the Ramban, okay? When he wants to learn the Torah and he wants to write, he wants to add anything about the Torah. And he says, מתפלל ומתוודה, I pray and I confess, בלב נתקה, with a broken heart, ונפש שבורה, and a broken spirit. שואל סליחה, I'm asking for forgiveness. מבקש מחילה, I'm asking for pardon. וכפרה, atonement. בקידה, bowing, בקריאה, on my knee, בהשתחוויה, prostrating. עד שהתפקקו כל חוליות שבשדרה, until my entire spine, cracks. You understand where he's at emotionally, okay? ונפשי יודעת מאוד ידיעה ברורה, and my נפש, my soul knows very well, שהן ביצת הנמלה כנגד הגלגל העליון הצעירה. There is no difference between the egg of an ant and the constellation of all the galgalim in the spheres. Meaning it's all hidushim from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and it's all under the chokhmah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Meaning the science behind the astrology, and the science behind and the chokhmah behind the egg of an ant, it's at the same level. כאשר חוכמתי קטנה ודעתי קצרה, knowing that my wisdom is small, that my knowledge is short, כנגד סתרי תורה, compared to the secrets of the Torah, הצפונים בביתה, הטמונים בחדרה, hidden in its house, and תמונים, they're hidden and secreted in its chambers. כי כל יקר וכל פלא, כל סוד עמוק וכל חוכמה ומפוארה, every word everything that's precious, all the wonders, all the secrets, all the mysteries, all the chokhmah, the incredible chokhmah of the Torah, kamus ima chatum be'otzara, is hidden within the Torah, chatum, sealed be'otzara, in its storehouse, in its storage. And how is it all hidden? Beremez, in allusion, bedibur, words, ktiva, writings, amira, and statement. כאשר אמר הנביא המפואר, like the Navi said, בלבוש מלכות ועטרה, dressed with royal garbs and a crown, משיח אלוהי יעקב ונעים הזמירה, he is the savior of Yaakov. Naim Azmira, he's the composer of all songs, which is who? David HaMelech. Lechol tichla ra'iti kes, for everything tichla that has a limit, that's limited, ra'iti kes, I saw an end. Rehava mitzvatecha me'od, but your commandments are broad, infinitely. V'ne'emar, and he says, pelaot etvotecha, your eduyot, your testimonies are wonders. Al ken etzaratam nafshi. This is why my soul, my nefesh, guards them and holds on to them tight. But Maasei, what can I do? Now he's talking. All this he's talking to who? It's the Ramban. Ramban talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What can I do? V'nafshi hashka b'Torah. After that, I've expressed how immense, how amazing, how humongous the Torah is, as infinite it is, and I'm a nobody. I should. I'm sorry.
You should have.
I'm sorry. I should be quiet. I should go stay on your side, just and read, and you have there's no room for you to be mehadesh chidushim. אף על פי כן, Maasei nafshi v'nafshi hashka b'Torah. My soul yearns for the Torah. בליבי כאש אוכלת. The Torah in my heart is like a burning fire. בוערה בכליותיי עצורה, right? It's consuming. בכליותיי עצורה. It's held in my בכליותיי, בכליות שלי, in my kidneys. לצאת בעקבי הראשונים, to go forth and in the path of the ראשונים, האריות שבחבורה, the lions, right, of the group, גאוני הדורות בעלי גבורה, that he's referring to all the גדולי הדור, right, the giants of the generations, להיכנס עמם בעובי הקורה. I also want to be part of the team. לכתוב כהם, write like them, פשטים, בכתובים, explanation, מדרשים, אגדה, ערוכה בכל ושמורה, fully arranged and guarded. ואשים לי מאור פניי, but I put in front of my eyes, meaning, what is my compass? נרות המנורה הטהורה, the lights of the menorah הטהורה, who is the pure menorah, פירוש רבנו שלמה, רש"י, עטרת צבי וצפירה תפארה, the crown of the light, and the diadem of splendor, of magnificence. That's meaning, what is the pshat? What is the compass? What is the direction of that we cannot deviate from, that we have to focus on? The Pirush Rashi. That gives you, it's a different. When the Ramban learned Rashi, it's not like we learn Rashi. Rashi was Kodesh HaKodashim, the Ruach HaKodesh, the Nevuah. And he's going to Mukhtar benimusi, crowned with excellent repute, במקרא, במשנה, בגמרא, right? He knew everything. His חידושים on מקרא, on the Torah, his פירוש on משנה, on the Gemara, לא משפט הבכורה. He deserves the בכורה. He's the first one. He's the first one. בדבריו אהגה, I will contemplate his words, באהבתם אשגה, and with love, I will absorb everything that he writes. עמהם יהיה לנו משא ומתן. I will go back and forth, right, with what he says. דרישה וחקירה, discussion, examination, analysis. בפשטיו ומדרשיו, in his pshat and in his דרוש, in his exploration. וכל אגדה בצורה, and every אגדה that is בצורה formidable. אשר פירושיו זכורה, that are mentioned in his commentaries. Meaning what? I'm going to dwell into his Hidushim, and this is the Even Pinah, this is what it's, the Torah, the Pirush of the Torah, explanation of the Torah is based on, and from that, we'll dwell and we'll learn more and more. That's Velo Mishpat HaBechora.
Does he say that what Rashi says is like, this is it, it's a met, and that's the basics? And
in the pshat.
He argues about other stuff. He says he's going to argue with Rashi.
No. He says that he will argue with Rashi. But it's not Khalila that he's arguing with him. He's like but at the end, he himself says the last word is Rashi in the pshat, because Rashi is only pshat and a little bit of drash. There's no sod in Rashi. Mm-hmm. So he says in the pshat and in the drash, the last word is Rashi, even though that he might have his own biurim, right? But he will tell you his pshat, he will tell you his hidush, and at the end he will tell you that, if you have to choose between me and Rashi in the pshat, but Rashi lo mishpat bechora. That's number one. Ve'im Rabbi Avraham ben Ezra, with the same thing with Rabbi Avraham Ezra. Tiyeh lanu tochachat megula. I have a clear machloket, remonstration, like they say. The ahava mesuta, although I'll go head to head with the Ibn Ezra, with Rabbi Avraham ibn Ezra, and I will reject some of his hidushim, but the love and my admiration for him is infinite. והאל אשר ממנו לבדו יראה. The only one that I have fear is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. יצילנו מיום העברה, should save me from the last day. יחסכני משגיאות, he should spare me mistakes, ומכל חטא ועבירה, from any manners or any misactions, bad action. ידרכני בדרך ישרה, he should guide me to go in the right path. ויפתח לנו שערי אורה, should open us the gates of light. ויזכנו ליום הבשורה, he should be mezakeh us to the day of Mashiach. כדכתיב מה נבוא עליה הרים רגלי מבשר משמיע שלום מבשר טוב משמיע ישועה אומר לציון מלאך אלוהייך. It's a pasuk that we say, how pleasant are the feet the רגלי מבשר of heralds upon the mountains announcing peace, מבשר טוב משמיע ישועה, announcing salvation, אומר לציון מלאך אלוהייך, saying ציון, right? Hashem is reigning. בפסוק צירופה אמרתך מאוד עבדך אהבה, your words are very pure, your servant loves it, צדקתך צדק לעולם ותורתך אמת, your righteousness is eternal, your Torah is אמת, is truth, צדק עדבותיך לעולם, your justness of your testimonies are forever, הבינני ואחיה, grant me understanding and I will live. This is how the Ramban opens his heart, which is, it's very beautiful because it gives you a dimension in the pirush that he says, that when the Ramban speaks, he's not only dry analytical, or he's not, he's not black and white. There is a life, there is an emotion, there is fear, there is love before he wrote what he wrote. And when we absorb the words of the Ramban, we don't just absorb his chokhmah, but we also absorb all his experience that led to that chokhmah. Good. So
that was beautiful.
Yeah, that's still.
No, it's good. I thought together.
Tov. Now starts the Akdama. Now the introduction of the Ramban. That was just praises to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and prayers. Okay. משה רבנו עליו השלום כתב את הספר הזה עם התורה כולה מפיו של הקדוש ברוך הוא. משה רבנו wrote this sefer, referring to Sefer Bereshit, with all the Torah from the mouth of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What is the Ramban referring to? There's a question that needs to be asked. Moshe was not at Maasei Bereshit. So where did that come from? Right? Who wrote it? Maybe we can say, I don't know, Adam wrote it, or it was passed on, like the Gemara says, Megillah. Like every big personality kept on writing.
Why can't it be that he wrote Mipi Hashem? Hashem told him.
That's exactly what he's saying. But it's by Leapuke. It's coming to reject a theory that maybe it was written by different people along the way. No. He says Moshe Rabbeinu, and it's very important because it's Maasei Bereshit, and if it's Maasei Bereshit and it's from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's mipiv shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu as emet. If not, it could be theories, okay? And we know, and we're going to see it later, the Ramban is very careful and bothered by philosophers that came up with all types of evolution theories, right? So he has to make it as a foundation, right? Maasei Bereshit, Sefer Bereshit is written fully from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, by Moshe, from the mouth directly from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not a story that he heard or something like that. והקרוב שכתב זה בהר סיני. And we believe that when did he write it? When did HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him all this? In Har Sinai. When he came down from Har Sinai, I don't think not right away, because he writes about about the Mishkan, and the Mishkan wasn't built yet, right? So he not the same day, but in the months after Matan Torah, after he came down from Har Sinai, he wrote everything that HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him at the time, which and revealed to him, which is all the Sefer Bereshit vechule, all the way until Parashat Vayakel Pekudei.
Wait, but it says והקרוב שכתבו בהר סיני.
נכון. והקרוב, דהיינו,
What does that קרוב mean?
It's משוער. It is likely. It is likely. It's משוער that we want to know. Okay, when did Moshe? Because you're going to see that soon he's going to bring a machloket of when did Moshe actually write it? Did he write it right after he came down from Har Sinai, or did he write it at the end of 40 years when he was about at the end of his life? So he says, it's likely, right, that he wrote it right after he came down from Har Sinai. Because there, right, he has a proof. There's a pasuk. The pasuk says, Ale Elai, come to me, go up in the mountain, and be with me, and I will give you et luchot ha'even, the tablets of stone, luchot ha'perit, ve'ha-Torah, and the Torah, ve'ha-mitzvah, and the commandment. Asher katavti lehorotam, that I wrote to command, right? To instruct. So he explains, he says, 1 second, let's break down this pasuk. We have luchot ha'even, Torah, and mitzvah. כי לוחות האבן יכלול הלוחות והמכתב. Right? לוחות האבן, what is this? Not just the stone. It's what's written on the stone.
But that's 10 commandments only, yeah?
כלומר, 10 הדיברות. Very good. So we have the 10 הדיברות. והמצווה, what is מצווה? מספר המצוות כולם. עשה ולא תעשה. How many mitzvot that we have? 613 mitzvot. So Maasei, between the 10 commandments, between the luchot haberit and the mitzvah, you have all the protocol.
Okay.
So what is Torah? What is Torah? When you talk about the Torah, what are we talking about? אם כן, והתורה יכלול הסיפורים מתחילת מעשה בראשית. When the Torah, when the pasuk says והתורה, it's all the sipurim of the Avot HaKadoshim. Maasei Bereshit, Avraham, Noach, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, all the way until Moshe Rabbeinu. כי הוא מורה האנשים בדרך. So why do we need the story? Who cares about Maasei Bereshit? Why do we need Maasei Bereshit?
Many explanations, but okay. Isn't that the Rashi says so? Mota Olam not going to say that.
נכון.
He
knows all that.
No, I'm saying Rashi knew all the guys that are coming after us.
Nachon. So he says, what is the purpose of the whole beautiful story? The whole beautiful story.
Yeah.
He says, כי הוא מורה האנשים בדרך בעניין האמונה. From Maasei Bereshit all the way on, and here he's talking specifically about Maasei Bereshit. Okay, this is where you will gain your emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That means, think about it, HaKadosh Baruch Hu was mesader 5 chumshei Torah in a seder advarim. Lechaora, he could have brought all the halachot. Here are the 10 commandments. Here is all the 630 mitzvot. And by the way, here is the history of how it happened, right? It could have been separated in 3 portions. But the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the Torah to Moshe Rabbeinu, he gave it in Seder from Maasei Bereshit with a whole history.
Well, it makes sense. You need the foundation in order to, no? If not, if you just give the Torah, where's
you brought Rashi. What is the first kushya of Rashi? That he brings in the name of his mother.
First mitzvah.
Nachon.
He explains why.
Nachon, I understand, but the question is a valid question.
So that's the question, but just on that Rashi, sorry. That Rashi is not a pshat. That Rashi is an opinion.
It's a drash.
But it's not a.
He says, but he addresses. He says Rashi has pshat and he has drash. He doesn't have sod. So what is the Ramban telling us? Is that there's a seder in the Torah before you get to the mitzvot and before you get to the 10 commandments, right? You need to build your foundation of emunah, and your foundation of emunah is Maasei Bereshit. Is the Maasei Avot, right? So that's the seder. So that's why זה כי הוא מורה האנשים בדרך בעניין האמונה. וברידתו מן ההר, and when he came down from הר סיני, כתב מתחילת בראשית עד סוף סיפור המשכן, right? Going back. So he wrote everything that was given to him from Maasei Bereshit all the way until the Mishkan, which is the parashot והקל פקודי.
How many years was that?
What do you mean how many years? What do you
40
mean?
years.
Huh?
How
No,
many-
that's Matan Torah.
sorry, how much was from the Tisabia Letimau at Sof Sibor Mishkan? What was that? How long was that?
A few months. A few months. A few months.
Variety.
But he wrote which part? Only Sefer Bereshit or all the
He
way
just
to
told
Dvarim?
you. No. Read. מתחילת בראשית עד סוף סיפור המשכן. פקודי.
He goes to the present day. So
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. וגמר התורה, what about all the rest? כתב בסוף שנת ה-40. He wrote at the end of 40 years. כאשר אמר, לקוח את ספר התורה הזה, ושמתם אותו מצד אהרון ברית השם אלוקיכם, now it's full.
Right.
It's full. Right? You put it in the
Oh,
אהרון. וזה כדברי, he says, this is according to the opinion that says תורה, מגילה ניתנה. The Torah was given מגילה, portion.
what said Megillah was given together? No?
No, that it was written first one portion, and then it was written another portion, right?
But Hashem gave the whole Torah to Moshe on Har Sinai. When did Moshe give him the whole story? I'm sorry, when did HaKadosh Baruch Hu give Moshe the whole story? So when he wrote it. When did he give him when did he
Har
dictate the
Sinai.
story?
Har Sinai.
So he gave him everything, he memorized everything, he wrote it over a few months.
Correct. All the way to the Mishkan. And then after that, he told him how to write the rest of the Torah.
What did he say how? But who chose the words? HaKadosh Baruch
HaKadosh
Hu?
Baruch Hu. HaKadosh
So
Baruch Hu.
every word is this. So even
Every
the present day
letter.
was the present day was also
Wadai, for sure. And it was written mipiv shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, from the mouth of HaKadosh Baruch Hu,
even the
at the end
present
of even the president at the end of 40 days, of the 40 years. And that's according to the Gemara in Gittin that says that is the opinion that says Torah Megillah ניתנה. אבל לדברי האומר תורה חתומה ניתנה, but according to the opinion that says the Torah was complete and was given at once. נכתב הכל בשנת ה-40. It was written at the end of 40 years. Not into sequence. כשנצטווה כתבו לכם את השירה הזאת ולמדה את בני ישראל שימה בפיהם. When Hashem gives the shira of Azinu, and he says, this is the shira that you will tell the Bnei Israel. Okay. וציווה לקוח את ספר התורה הזה, ושמתם אותו מצד אהרון ברית השם אלוקיכם, and then the ספר Torah was put in the אהרון הברית.
The books after the Torah, when they
לנח, לנביאים and the כתובים.
who wrote that?
לנביאים and the כתובים. Depend.
They wrote present day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeshua was written by Sefer Yeshua, which by
נכון. דוד המלך wrote what he wrote, שלמה המלך
So
wrote
there's
what he
no
wrote,
meaning-
חגי,
so-
עמוס, every
so
נביא,
it's-
ישעיה,
So
יחזקאל.
in those books, again, this is like the deficiency of learning in Israel, right? You don't learn any of this stuff. So let's say the books beyond the Nach, beyond the pshat of the history of the factual history book. That's it.
No. So you have a portion that's written בנבואה, and you have a portion that's written ברוח HaKodesh, right? Even everything that's written in it is prophecy. It's not at the level of the Torah שבכתב, right?
What problem? But a lot of these stories are just history stories.
It's not.
Factual.
It's not only history. It's not history. It's Torah. It's part of the. There's a lot of secrets in it. Like you read Tehillim, you read Shir Hashirim. That's כתובים בכלל.
You're okay. You went to the extreme, but
Why
let's
the
take
extreme?
let's think about
Open Yeshaya, open Yechezkel, open Yehoshua. It's not Yechezkel. Kol Maasei Merkava is in there. Kol Maasei Merkava, the highest revelation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's spiritual structure of the worlds. Yechezkel got it, and he talked about the Malachim.
It's like Jericho when Joshua captured Jericho.
That's a Hoshana, right? That's Hoshana.
Ken,
Yeah,
we dropped the 7 walls. Nachon, that it's there's in everything there is a story aspect to it. But there's hidushim in it. There's sodot in it. There's secrets in it. There's nevuah in it. So,
But they were not written
just
by
like
Kadosh Baruch
no,
Hu.
but it's nevuah. It's written by the Nevi'im. Okay, but it's not mipi shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu like the rest, like the חמישה חומשי תורה. ועל כל פנים, היה נכון שיכתוב בתחילת ספר בראשית. Now, okay, so now he goes back. It's technical, right? He says, okay, so if that's the case, yeah, you can get rid of it. If that's the case, היה צריך לכתוב, it should be written, וידבר אלוקים אל משה את כל הדברים האלה, לאמור, right? Should say Hashem spoke to Moshe and told him these words. אבל היה העניין כתב סתם, it's not written like that, but it's written in the form of like a natural story.
It's like history book.
Right. מפני שלא כתב משה רבנו עליו השלום התורה כמדבר בעד עצמו. He didn't write it as if he's the one telling the story. כנביאים שמזכירים עצמם, like the other נביאים. For example, in יחזקאל, ויהי דבר השם אליי לאמור, בן אדם, ירמיהו, ויאמר ירמיהו, היה דבר השם אליי לאמור. אבל משה רבנו, it's different. When he wrote the Torah, כתב תולדות כל הדורות הראשונים, ויחוס עצמו ותולדותיו, even his יחוס, his actions, ומקרב כשלישי המדבר. אז הגוף שלישי, אז זה third person. ולכן יאמר וידבר אלוקים אל משה, ויאמר אליו. כי מדבר בעד שניים דבר אחרים. Right? Even the structure of when Hashem speaks to him in the Torah, it's written as if it's talking about 2 different people. When it's really Moshe writing all this. ומפני שהעניין כן לא נזכר משה בתורה עד שנולד. And for that specific reason, we don't hear about Moshe until he is born. ונזכר כאילו אחר מספר עליו, and it's written as if somebody else tells, is telling the story.
So sorry, but there was nothing to tell. Nobody told about Moshe until he was born.
But he could have said, go back to words. וידבר אלוקים אל משה, כל הדברים האלה.
Got it.
He wrote it.
Right. So it wouldn't have been appropriate to write that.
נכון.
Because of the format. Okay.
ואל יקשה עליך עניין משנה תורה שמדבר בעד עצמו. So you can ask the question, בדברים, it's Moshe speaking. You see, it's not a third part, בגוף שלישי. Like it says, ויתחנן אל השם בעת ההיא, ויתפלל אל השם ואומר. כי תחילת הספר ההוא, אלה הדברים אשר דיבר משה אל כל ישראל, והנו כמספר דברים בלשון אומרם. The introduction of the Sefer Devarim. תיכנס, שלא ייכנס.
One second, wait 1 second. Admir, can you get my sweater?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
שלא ייכנס.
Okay.
כן. Right? והנה הוא כמספר דברים בלשון אומרם. It's because Sefer
Hold on 1 second. I want to continue this one. See if I can continue this one. Blah, blah, blah.
It's okay. Just
Okay, 1 second. Go ahead. Sorry.
והטעם לכתיבת התורה בלשון הזה, we're good? And the reason why the Torah was written in this format, מפני שקדמה לבריאת העולם. Because the Torah existed before the creation of the world. So it's not dependent on Moshe, the Torah itself.
The whole story, the whole book.
The constellation of all the letters of the Torah. The Torah was written way before the creation of the world, but it was a sequence of letters. As HaKadosh Baruch Hu unveiled the movie, the letters formed words and spaces. Bereshit, bara, Elokim, right? So all these letters started forming words
When?
as the world was created.
Well, but in the Bria, in the Shesh Bria.
Ken.
But-
So, but it existed. All the letters were there already.
So that means all the stories were pre-written.
No. I'll tell you why. Because if you take all the letters and put them all together,
Right.
you don't know how to break the word Bereshit. You can break it Bet Reshit, Berosh.
I understand, but I'm saying by the time that it was written, at the last day of the Bria, you're saying the whole Torah was written already?
At that point, yeah, the Torah was there, but as it evolved, as the Avraham happened,
Right.
all these words started consolidating themselves. The story, the constellation of the words consolidated itself as history occurred.
Where did all this happen?
What do you mean where?
You're talking about the words.
But it's spiritually, the Torah, the Torah is spiritual before it is physical, right?
But Hashem knew everything that's going to happen.
But
before it
that's
happened,
yeah,
right?
but that is so.
You understand this?
I understand your question.
Yes, that means you don't. Okay.
No.
I understand the answer. I understand the question also. I don't. Sorry, I don't understand the answer. You gotta be a little bit more specific.
What don't you understand?
No, but
There's
there was-
many
there
things
was-
I don't understand.
There
But
was
no.
free will in the world. So if
Right.
it was written before without it consult, then you're taking away the free will of it.
so there's a bunch of letters in the free will
Let's
sorted. The Torah.
let's imagine that you have all the letters of the Torah, right? Lined up.
Yeah.
Lined up. Okay. Lined up. But you without any separations.
In the order as they were written, or random.
Random.
Okay.
Random. Okay. As the creation happened, the letters Bereshit pop up. Space, bara, space, Elokim, et Hashamayim. Okay.
Okay.
Maasei Bereshit.
Okay.
After that, the same thing with the story of Adam Arishon and Chava. After that, the same thing with the story of Noah. After that, the same thing with Avraham Avinu, with Isaac, Yaakov. Say that. Okay. So the story, Wadai HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew everything and knows everything, etc. But as the story happened, the words consolidated themselves.
I'm gonna ask a really technical question, and I'm sorry for harping on this issue because Bobby wants to ask this also. Okay, I get it, but at the end of the day, that means everything was pre-written because if not, then you'd run out of letters and run out of words at some point. So the Bereshit, Kadosh Baruch Hu knew it's going to say Bereshit bara
Yes,
Elokim, right?
the fact that he knows.
So okay, it doesn't matter how it happened. It matters, but my question is, then where is the free will?
Okay, that's question I'm not answering because it goes back. That's the famous question of is there, if HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows everything, is there free will? Is there no free will?
No, but
You're going back to that question. That question Moshe Rabbeinu asked. That question the Rambam asked. Everybody has this question.
okay, I'm in good company. So
Nachon, said there. So that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the free will to make make a choice. To make a choice. The outcome at the end, there's many answers to that. If you from a Hasidic perspective, from
explain.
according to the Rambam, it's like somebody sitting on top of a building, and he sees somebody crossing the street, and there's a car coming. Now you know that this guy is going to get hit before he got hit. It's just pure common sense. You can say the person is going to cross the street right now. The car is going to hit the guy.
Yeah.
How do you know? You know because you have this perspective, right? From far. So Kivyachol, it's for us to understand. Yeah, the same thing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sees everything from so far, so he knows everything that's going to happen.
Okay, but if the guy didn't cross the street, he wouldn't get hit.
But whose decision was to cross the street? That was his free will. Nachon?
So that means, yeah, but that means that Hashem knows what you're going to choose.
He knows what you're going to choose, but he didn't choose for you. Did you, when you're sitting on top of the building and you see that guy walking and about to cross the street, did you tell him cross the street? No, but you know that he's going to cross the street.
The Torah says, I'm gonna put two paths before you, choose life, right?
No, no,
Have
of
a
course,
choice.
but it's kind of,
Let's go back.
this is a very complicated subject.
No, the Bechira, ודאי is Bechira. But we can talk about Bechira and make a class just on Bechira. But right now, let's go back. Okay?
No problem. Your pasta is here if you want. I'm saying, you want pasta or fish? HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows what you want.
That's not Bechira.
What is that?
The HaKadosh says that's not Bechira. Your instinct and your desire is not Bechira. Your Bechira is between the Emet and the Sheker. If you choose fish over meat, over pasta, it's your animalistic instinct. That's not a choice. It's a tendency. No, that's it. No,
Now you open our subject.
I'm not opening.
You
nothing.
open the subject.
No, we're going back. We're going back.
Hold on, but let me ask you a question. So, no, this is really important because you're saying the animalistic, but also your chet comes from your animalistic, right? If God forbid you sin, also comes from your animalistic. So if you decide,
but no, it's different. This is different. This is when you make a head, you choose between bad and good, between the wrong, true and false. When you choose between pasta and fish, there's no wrong, there's no fair. It depends on your. יאללה. והנה משה כסופר המעתיק שהייתה כתובה אוקיי, לא נציין. והטעם לכתיבת התורה בלשון הזה, and the reason why the Torah was written in this format, מפני שקדמה לבריאת העולם, because the Torah was, came before the creation of the world. ואין צריך לומר, לדעתו של משה רבנו, זה ברור that it was way before the birth of משה רבנו. כמו שבא לנו בקבלה, like it is, we have it from the חכמים, שהייתה כתובה באש שחורה על גבי אש לבנה. The Torah was written with black fire on white fire. והיה הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Okay, but
it was written before the creation.
Oh, before the creation. Okay.
Black fire on white fire.
The letters, the words.
Yes.
Okay.
Now the esh, just so you understand, the esh shechora is representing the malchut. The esh levana is representing the tiferet. What does that mean? The esh shechora is the crystallization of the action, right? It's the word, the actual word. The word is set and finite. When you write the word vayelech, is vayelech, nigmar. Okay, and that's the bchina of malchut, which is basically something specific and concrete. The malchut is what is, like we said, or in the beginning, is how you use the seal of the melech. Yeah, the action using the seal of the king. The tiferet is your potential, is your ecosystem. It's like the clef. The clef, on the clef you can write anything you want, right? But with the dual, once you write a letter, you wrote that letter, it's finished. Okay, so again, these are Kabbalistic concepts, yeah. So it was written. What does it mean? That it was there was the malchut, the bchinat of malchut, and the tiferet were aligned together. We're together, yeah. We're bonded together, and that was the Torah that we had between before the creation. So there was a potential, and there was a finite resolution from the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu for something to exist. Okay, before the creation. But all this was still in a form of spiritual potential, right? Nothing is yet created.
I'll tell you that over the last 2 weeks, after all this, I'm thinking how lucky we are that we are Jewish.
נכון,
With all this stuff, think
נכון.
about all this stuff that we have and think, so many times I look at the Goyim and I said, it's like this in clue. I mean, I don't want to say it's chas but this like, look at this whole situation. And this,
נכון, נכון.
after
Matana, it's the biggest matana. This is matanat hinam. You didn't do nothing to be chosen.
And it's the only thing that we don't appreciate. It's the only thing that we take for granted. Emet, no, emet, and again, you don't maybe,
but in the world, yes,
but the reality is, particularly in Israel, but we don't have the appreciation of the gift that we got by being Jewish.
נכון. והנה משה כסופר המעתיק מספר קדמון וכותב, משה is like a scribe that writes from an old book, okay, that's copying what is from another book. That's what's the other book? It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's delivery to Moshe. ולכן כתב סתם. That's why he wrote it without a format of this is what I was told, this is what I saw, this is what I heard. אבל זה אמת וברור. אמת is שכל התורה, the entire Torah, מתחילת ספר בראשית, from the beginning of בראשית, עד לעיני כל ישראל, until the last letters of the Torah, מפיו של הקדוש ברוך הוא לאוזנו של משה. It was all given by הקדוש ברוך הוא to Moshe directly. כי עניין שנאמר מפיו יקרא אליי את כל הדברים האלה, ואני כותב את הספר בדיו. It's in ירמיה. Everything that I heard, I wrote, without deviating, without changing one letter. Continue.
You want to eat first, man? Yeah, I'm good. You're hungry? You're hungry?
הודיעו, one more paragraph. הודיעו תחילה עניין בריאת השמיים והארץ, and הקדוש ברוך הוא revealed to משה רבנו first the creation of שמיים and הארץ, בכל צבעם, כלומר,
צבעם is?
Yeah, all these constellations. כלומר, בריאת כל נברא. The entire creation of everything that has been created. עליונים ותחתונים. Spiritual and in physical. כן, כל מה שנאמר בנבואה ממעשה מרכבה ומעשה בראשית. Everything that has been revealed in the prophecy ממעשה מרכבה from the creation of the celestial thrones, chariot.
Sorry.
In Yeshaya
and I missed that class.
And Maasei Bereshit.
Tell me about explain Maasei Merkava.
No, it's not explainable. Maasei Merkava is
explain the concept. Yeah, what is
the entire spiritual structure of the world, the way the world is created and operates with all the angels, the different layers in the skies, the interaction between them.
And that's written in Yechezkel.
Yes. So all of this, and all the secret of Maasei Bereshit, והמקובל בהם לחכמים, and everything that the chachamim know about it, עם תולדות הארבעה הכוחות שבתחתונים, and all the creation of the four יסודות, how you
foundations.
Call it? Yeah, it's not really foundation, huh?
First order.
Yes, the four foundation elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. Koach hamechetzavim, the power of minerals. Koach tzamach, ha'adama, and the vegetation. Nefesh hatnuah, the moving souls. The nefesh hamedaberet, and the humans, the intellect. Bekulam ne'emar leMoshe Rabbeinu beri'atam. Everything was revealed to Moshe Rabbeinu Bri'atam, the way they were created, Mautam, their essence, Korotam, their power, Maasem, their actions, the Asifat Anifsadim Mehem, and how do they deteriorate and perish. Akol Nichtav Batorah, everything is written in the Torah, Beferush, clearly, or Beremez, or hinted. It's all in it.
But nothing happens in the Torah covers every single thing that happens.
Every single thing.
Was this known to anyone before that?
Vadai. It was past. What do you mean? Before? What do you mean? Before?
No, before
Adam Arishon.
Hashem
No, it's not before.
passed this to
Concept?
Moshe.
It was in pieces. In pieces. Adam Arishon had, okay, and it was revealed to Adam Arishon by Reziel HaMalach. There's a book called Reziel HaMalach, which has also secrets of Maasei Bereshit. And to Noach had a little portion, Metushelach, Avraham Avinu, but in such a complete version in every layer, every direction, every creation, it was not revealed like this, like the full version without missing anything is the first time. It's given over to Moshe Rabbeinu, and we have it. It's Al Torah Kedosha.
But did Moshe, sorry, so is the revelation the actually giving of the Torah, or HaKadosh Baruch Hu explained to Moshe Rabbeinu things that are not written?
Everything is written or hinted
In the Torah.
in the Torah.
But okay, but my sorry.
Yeah.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu just
No,
made
no,
that-
no.
that animal. Why? did he
Okay.
kill it?
No, yeah.
My question is,
Yeah.
I don't know, like Yetzirat HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I know my wife said that all the time. Hashem made it. Why are you killing them for the bug?
Another bug is okay.
No, the question is the but the remez, my question is the remez referring to, he said, whatever it's written in the explanations, the different explanation of a pasuk in the Torah, is that the remez, or did HaKadosh Baruch Hu actually give Moshe further information beyond what he wrote here?
They're very good.
That is the remez.
No.
No.
There is. He gave. So it's very good. He gave him a lot of. It's good, very good what you're saying, because apparently we're going to. Yeah, maybe I don't know about today, but we're going to see that there's a stira in the. There seems to be a contradiction in the Ramban between here and then later on. Here he says there's befirush or remes, so everything was given. But later on we'll see that he says not everything is given, and it was left for Am Israel, for the Bnei Israel to reveal. So is it given or it's not given? So the answer is that he gave him all the information, but he didn't tell him where it's hidden in the Torah. So all the information was given, but how to extract it from the Torah, he left it in the hands of the Bnei Israel, of Am Israel throughout the generations.
Sorry. So he gives him the Torah, tells him write the Torah,
Yes.
but separately he gives them
He
other
tells.
information
Yes.
and say go figure that out. Or
No, he tells him all the secrets of the Torah. But where is it merumaz and how it's merumaz, he didn't tell him.
I'm gonna ask this again because I don't understand.
What else?
Okay, I'm not that smart.
I give you a
I'm-
pasuk and I give you the Torah and I give you I download you all the chidushim. But I don't tell you specifically
So that's
this
what I'm saying.
chidush from which pasuk
Okay,
it's
so
coming.
that's what I'm saying. So Kadosh Baruch Hu gave Moshe Rabbeinu all the chidushim
All of them.
separately from giving the Torah.
Correct.
And said
Correct.
match. You could go match what goes first.
You are that's
Or Am Israel
given
or
that's
whatever.
given to Am Israel.
Okay, go to-
That's given to Am Israel.
okay.
So
It's amazing.
Huh?
No, that's amazing.
וכבר אמרו רבותינו, 50 שערי בינה נבראו בעולם. הקדוש ברוך הוא created 50 gates of wisdom, of discernment. וכולם נמסרו למשה חוץ מאחד. There's one gate that was not given to Moshe.
50, yeah.
With the 50 years, which is ידיעת הקדוש ברוך הוא. To understand הקדוש ברוך הוא himself. Okay? פניי לא יראו. You will never understand me. Except for that, all the other 49 gates that were created to understand the secrets of creation and how HaKadosh Baruch Hu operates, they were all given to Moshe Rabbeinu.
Never given to him ever, or never given to him during life.
Sorry?
Never given to him at all, or never given to him in the Olam
Ever,
Hazeh?
ever, ever. It's not created. The 50th gate is not created. חוץ מאחד שנאמר ותחסרהו מעט מאלוקים, like he says that הקדוש ברוך הוא held back a little bit from אלוקים, from the כוחות, from understanding him. יאמרו כי בבריאת העולם 50 שערים של בינה. The creation of the world, right? It was created with the 50 gates of בינה. כאילו נאמר, as if it is said שיהיו בבריאת המחצב, the creation of minerals, שער בינה אחד. It's one שער. בתולדתו וכוחו, the way it's created and its potential. That's one שער is the secrets of all the creation of the minerals and their properties and how to use them and etc. Another שער בריאת הצמח, האדמה.
Shar is a gate.
Yes.
But what does that mean? Why is it called a gate?
Because it's you tap into a chokhmah. When you go into it, you have the chokhmah, right? But you have to enter that chokhmah. So those gates are the point of entrance to these depths, to the depths of all this chokhmah.
Okay.
So you have 49 of them. One is all the secrets of the minerals and its properties, etc., etc. The second one, by the way, just with that you can cure every sickness. Right? If you know how to use the minerals in creation, you solve the energy, you solve everything. Right? That's what everybody's going crazy about. Yeah. Lithium, this, that, cobalt, copper. Okay. Another one is all the secrets of vegetation. Is another sha'ar. Briat ilanot. All the secrets of trees is another one. Briat hayot. All the animals is another one. Ofot, the birds is another one. Vechen briat ashratzim, the rampants is another one. Dagim, the fish, another one. Ve'yale ze libriat ba'ale nefesh amidaberet, all the way, okay, to the secrets of the men, the way the humans. Sheitbonen sod nefesh, okay. Ve'yeda, meaning the person that gets there, that's able, that enters the gates of the secrets of man. Sheitbonen sod nefesh ve'yeda mahuta, he can understand its essence, koha, its potential, vehechala, inside in its ecosystem. V'yagia lema she'amru, he can get to the level of clarity of ruach hakodesh, meaning if you tap into that gate, ganav adam yodea u'makirbo, a person stole, he sees him, he knows on his face, he knows that he stole. Na'af adam, a person committed adultery, yodea u'makirbo, right away he sees that he did that. Nehshad al nida, a person fell in the laws of nida, yodea u'makirbo, sees it right away. Gedola mikulam shemakir bechol ba'alei kshafim, he can also know all the secrets of kishuf, of black magic. Umisham, and from there you go up. Yes.
Sorry, time out. Explain the last one. Black magic is not legal. It's not.
That is not legal, but it's a chokhmah. It's a chokhmah, and you can see right away if somebody uses black magic.
You say that's you can recognize, like you can recognize somebody that's a chashud benida.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Umisham, yeah.
So when it says Shari Bina here,
Yes.
how does Shlomo Amelech compare?
Opa, he's gonna bring Shlomo Amelech. He's gonna bring Shlomo Amelech.
Umisham
Umisham ya'al lagalgalim, right? You elevate yourself to understand the secrets of constellations of the skies, the shamayim, of all this.
That's also Shari? That's also
Yes,
Shari?
yeah, that's also utzvaehem and all its all their the different combination of stars. Ki bechol echad mehem shar chokhmah echad. Every one of them has one gate of chokhmah. Shelo kechokhmato shel chavero, meaning each chokhmah is different than the other and distinctive. ומספרם מקובל להם עליהם השלום שהם 50 חוץ אחד. And חכמים in their chokhmah and what was given.
Who's they?
The chachamim.
Yeah, okay.
From Moshe Rabbeinu on, right? They were given that there's 49 of them. There's more than 49 creation, but they all fit in 49 verticals. They all fit in 49 verticals. Shalom Aleichem. Oh, Shalom. Baruch haba, Baruch haba. We're in the middle, we didn't finish. Mechila, we're a little bit late. Please come sit. Baruch haba, Baruch haba. אוקיי? ומספר מקובל להם, עליהם השלום, שהוא 50 חוץ מאחד, ואפשר שיהיה השער הזה בידיעת הבורא יתברך, שלא נמסר לבריאה, and the 50th שער that was never, ברוך הבא, that was never given or revealed to man, is ידיעת הבורא. Is the ידיעה of הקדוש ברוך הוא. This is where we stop. This is where there's no more asaga. There's no asaga. So again, the Ramban in the structure of his Akdama first sets the tone by telling us what? Telling us that the entire Torah is mipi shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Right? There was no added number one. Number two, that all the chokhmah of the creation is inside the Torah Kedosha. Befirush or beremez or besod or bedrash, right? One way or another, but it's all in it. It's on it. What does that mean? All the 49 Sha'arei Binah that we have access to are all inside the Torah Kedosha. All of it. And they were all given to Moshe Rabbeinu. We will see later that the Avodah of Am Yisrael and the purpose of Am Yisrael and to learn the Torah is so that each of us reveal the secrets that were given to us to reveal. And not to Moshe, going back to what he says. Yes, all the Hidushim, all the Yedi'ah Moshe had. But how to extract it from the Pardes of the Torah, he didn't, HaKadosh Baruch Hu retained that and gave it to the Bnei Israel and sparkled it throughout the history of Am Yisrael. So that's why every Chacham, every Chacham, every Talmid Chacham, has his own Hidushim and his own angle to the Torah that he reveals. And finally, what does and we'll stop here. And what does he tell us here? All the science of creation, from minerals all the way to Chokhmat HaPartzuf. I don't know. From Chokhmat, the Itushim, all of it, הכוח שלו, its potential, umahutam, and its essence is all inside the Torah Kedusha.
Is there an agreement between all the Mepharshim about what those 49 gates are? Or there's a debate between?
No, there's many versions of the Abayim V'Tesha. Again, it depends if you see it from a Pshat angle, from a Drash angle, from a Sod angle. Going back, I know what you're asking. It goes back to again the different facets of the same diamond. Okay, so we are ve'al tistakel ve'omram nivreu ba'olam. Okay, all right. Well, we can. That's it. He says, I don't. He says, how can the Ramban just told us that's why we have 49 gates. Aval, right? One was not revealed, was not given, was not open, which is the 50th. So he says, why nivreu 50? Which says nivreu. Is the nivreu or no nivreu? He should say nivreu 49. Only the 49 were created. He says, "Al tistakel be'omram nivreu ba'olam." That they were created. Ki al harov yedaber. When he says nivreu 50, it's not medagdek 50. Al harov 49. Ve'ashar ha'echad lo nivra. The 50 years was not created. It's not that we don't have access. It's not created. B'mispar hazeh, the number 49, Ramaz b'Torah b'Sfirat HaOmer. We know 49 of the Omer. Sfirat HaYovel, 49 years. Ka'asher ha'gidbo sod. Like I will reveal the Sodot. What I was planning on maybe talking about, there's a beautiful Zohar Kadosh in Parashat Tetzaveh, Dav Kuf Pe Dalet, on the Sod of Shivei Sheba Shivei. We have Tamil Chacham Muflag that he learned the big Mikubal. He learns a lot of Kabbalah. Baruch Hashem. So he's with us. So we'll stop here. So we are בכל הנמסר למשה רבנו בשערי הבינה. הכל נכתב בתורה. Everything is written in the Torah. בפירוש וברמיזה. You cannot stop. בתיבות, בגמטריות, with letters, גמטריות, צורת האותיות, the way the letters are written, בכתובות כהלכתם, they're written according to the הלכה, או המשתנות בצורה, we don't have it today, but they were לפופות. There used to be letters that were written a little crooked or different. We don't have them anymore. Huh?
What?
That's Mesirai, that Masoret, we don't have it. Why we don't have it? I don't know. We don't have
That
it.
doesn't make any sense.
או משתנות בצורה כגון הלפופות והעקומות וזולתן. The Mesorah that we have, the Torah that we have is a Mesorah, is a Masoret. Is a Masoret, is a Masoret, right?
It's handled. Sorry.
נכון, some of the letters, some of them we lost.
But
some of the
that's why it's not complete.
או בקוצי האותיות ובכתריהם.
I have two problems here. No, wait, you went too fast. You passed on the most. This sounds a bit odd. Every diktu, everything is so accurate. What he said, but the 50, don't worry about it. 50,
No, he
49,
said
it's-
that's not what he said. He says
That's what he
that's
said.
not what he says. He says that when he says
I will
that-
give it a bit. What did-
נכון,
No, I think he said he
נבראו
wants
בעולם.
50, 49?
Because there are 50 to one, there are 50 out there. Okay, there are 50 out there. But one, לא נברא, מה הכוונה לא נברא? It was not created. It was not created to human to understand. Right, but there is a gate that's called that's called the 50th gate, right? So אבל זה לא נברא לנו. We don't have shaykhut. So for us, it's like it doesn't it's although it's there, we have no connection. So he says, well, so why? He said ונבראו בעולם. He says that היה בריאה. כן. היה בריאה. היה בריאה.
לא.
You're killing the Kadosh Baruch Hu creation. I'm just saying, it's okay, but, you know.
Okay. But this is it. This
No,
is it.
but let's go on the I don't understand that, but let's go on the letters. That's if that's part of the what the Kadosh Baruch Hu gave Moshe, then that is the essence of the part of the essence of the Torah, the otiyot. So how did that go away?
The צורת האות, not the
Right.
אות itself, the צורת האות.
But it had a meaning, the Torah, right?
נכון, those are secrets that we lost. נכון, you're right. Those are
So we will
secrets.
never be able to get the 49 gates in completion, in essence.
Correct.
If you don't have all the
Correct.
tools,
Correct.
then
Correct. You're right. You're right. You're right. Today, not anymore.
that doesn't really prove.
Huh?
Okay.
Yes. It's not the fact that it's there and Am Yisrael benefited from it. Yeah, they did, but we don't have access to it today. In Achinami, today we don't have access. אין מה לעשות. It's like you don't have the Techelet today, right? You don't have עבודת הקורבנות today. You don't. HaKadosh Baruch Hu took it away. We're in a Hester Panim. We don't have the Nevuah. We used to have it. So are we complete? No, we're not complete. You have Chokhmot that we lost throughout time. Sefer HaRefuah that was written. We lost it. We lost it. So yes, there is. It's part of the Hester Panim. It's part of the Hester Panim of the generation of Yeridat Adorot. כמו שאמרו, כשעלה משה למרום, מצאו הקדוש ברוך הוא. And he refers, he brings the Gemara in Menachos, that כשעלה משה למרום, when Moshe went to get the Torah, מצאו הקדוש ברוך הוא שהיה קושר קשרים לאותיות. He would make crowns on the letters.
Who would?
הקדוש ברוך הוא, on the letters. אמר לו, אלו למה? What are these crowns for? אמר לו, עתיד אדם אחד לדרוש בהם תילי תילים של הלכות. The time will come, who he was at? רבי עקיבא. רבי עקיבא. עד זו מנין לך? אמר לו, חש דעתו של משה רבנו, he went to sit in the shiur of Rabbi Akiva, on the 8th row, the Gemara says,
Who did?
Moshe Rabenu. And he didn't understand anything. חש דעתי. Until somebody asked in the shiur, this halacha, where did you get it from? And Rabbi Akiva says, halacha leMoshe miSinai. Have you seen this halacha from Moshe? Nah, he rested. He's like, okay, so if it comes from me, it's okay. אמר להם הלכה למשה מסיני, כי הרמזים האלו לא התבוננו אלא מפה אל פה עד משה מסיני. There are things that were given, secrets of the Torah that were only given verbally.
To who?
From the Chachamim to their students, rewarded students. There's most of the Torah Asod, the secrets of the Torah were never written
Who were they giving it to originally? To Moshe.
to Moshe, and then Moshe they were passed on.
Well, that's what I asked before.
No, what was not given is how to reveal it inside the Torah. But the actual Hidush, the actual secret was given to Moshe.
And that was not written, that was given oral.
Okay, yes. Okay, so that's okay. I mean, it's one long thing, and then eventually we didn't get to Shlomo HaMelech, but it's right there.
Mhm.
It's the next.
We
Okay,
got plenty of time.
Yeah.
We came all the way to Brooklyn, don't worry.
Ken.
Traveled far.
I do that every week.
Every day.
Every